Hello, Lizzie. I'm Ezelle from the upcoming Lovely to Meet, and congratulations on a fantastic film. Could you maybe kick off with telling us a little bit about your role of Ada in the film?
Yes, well, Ada's a cleaner from London in 1950s London, and very long story short, she yearns for a Dior dress. She's got no idea how she's going to get it, but it's a kind of metaphor for lots of things in her life. She doesn't see why a dress should be only for people who are posh. So she gets this idea in her head that she wants to get one, and really the film is about her adventure and her plight to get this dress. So it's delightful, it's warm, it's very touching, it's crying, laughing, it's just lovely.
And also, I hear you're sort of acting as executive producer on the film as well. How did you kind of get involved in that, and then what did you feel like you could bring to the film and want to bring to it?
I wanted to bring some creative input, certainly to do with casting and how the film's going to look. So getting HODs in place, specifically cinematographer, and, because I'm putting myself at the front of a film with a director who was certainly less experienced than I am. So I wanted to be sure that we were going to have a cast that was going to be the right one, and it really is. So they're an amazing cast. But yeah, I just wanted a creative hand, and that's not an unusual thing for somebody in my position to do.
And can you tell us a little bit about the Dior dresses, what that felt like to get involved with that and work with Jenny Biven on the costumes?
Well, of course, Jenny's legendary, and I'd worked with her before. And there's a wonderful fashion show in the film where you see all these iconic 1950s fashions, which a lot of us will be familiar with because it's that famous new look that Dior created post-war, coming out of the Depression. Yeah, it was just wonderful to see those come to life, and of course Dior have been very involved in recreating some of those iconic designs and working with Jenny. I, as Mrs. Harris, just got to sit for 3 days watching this amazing fashion show, and it really was, I was going ooh ah, and so was Ada. It was great.
And what do you think are some of the sort of messages within, this film? I mean, you've got kind of Cinderella arc, it's a very wholesome story, but what do you think is also there?
Well, I think that, Ada's warmth and honesty and openness rubs off on everybody that she comes across. So she sort of forces people in a very benign way to be themselves and to be honest and not pretend. Everyone's scared of Monsieur Dior, but she isn't. She goes and tells him how he could possibly save the house, So her honesty and openness and kindness and good-heartedness rubs off on people, and it's not a bad message at all.
And what do you hope viewers will take away from watching this film?
Joy, some laughs. It's a film that kind of harks back to that golden era of filmmaking, and so it feels like a slightly old-fashioned film in a way. Although it's set in the 50s as well, but it's just joyous. It's a very, very lovely way to spend 2 hours on what is probably going to be a wet autumn.
And last question, what do you think about, what the locations that you were in? Did you get to travel a lot? I heard some of it was filmed in Budapest as well.
Yeah, nearly all of it was filmed in Budapest. We had a day or two in London, and we had a day in Paris, but the rest was Budapest because it's a beautiful city and it looks very like old Paris, and there's a fantastic studio in Budapest as well, which we used for a lot of the interiors. It's a great place to shoot, really lovely, loved the people, lovely crew, very nice place. Yeah, it's a good question actually. It was hard filming anything during the pandemic because it comes with its own challenges, not least of all for the crew who have to keep their masks on all the time. We shot most of it in Budapest, so there was not a lot of opportunities to go out and mix and see Budapest because it was locked down. I've been filming ever since lockdown began. It's challenging for all filmmakers, but I think what's lovely about Mrs. Harris Goes to Paris is that we didn't quite quite realise at the time how a film like this would be so needed after 2 years of pandemic and not being able to go to the cinema. Now we can. It's just a lovely way to spend 2 hours, forget all the problems of the world for a little bit and just escape into this blissful world. It's lovely. Well, listen, I know all about those 50s dresses from Phantom Thread, which is a film I did that deals with the couture of the 1950s. So I was very familiar with those clothes, and it was certainly wonderful to work with our 3-time Oscar winner, Jenny Bevan, costume designer. She was obviously working in collaboration with the team. So there was the fashion show within the film is just sublime. Yes, well, you know, it's been a very strange few weeks so you can imagine. And for the comeback, so we've felt it very particularly, in a very particular way. But obviously, I'm looking forward to the release of season 5. It's such a beautifully made series. I think season 5 is going to be quite special.